All right, does anybody, let's talk about the full moon. I don't do moons. I don't follow the worm wounds. I don't follow the moons. I don't follow the stars. It's man-made limitation creation, and you feed that energy, you become that energy that everybody is feeding into. So if everybody says that moon is going to be chaos, that's the energy you're falling for. That's the energy you are going to recreate in your reality. So I choose not to follow any moons, any stars. I trust and know that everything that is in alignment for me will be. Hello, I trust you're doing well. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you for sharing the live, Carol. I agree. Because what you believe becomes. What you believe becomes. Tembile, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. You are the manifestation. Nothing is outside of you. Everything is you, Kim. Breathing is a manifestation. Your body is a manifestation. Your looks are the manifestation. Your eyes is a manifestation. Everything is a manifestation of the I, the idea I. So nothing is outside. Everything is you. Everything is you. As above, so below. As within, so without. Everything is equal. What you perceive becomes. Your personality becomes your own personality. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, we are beautiful, sovereign. We actually nothing, to be honest with you. We're nothing. We are nothing. And that's going to trigger a lot of you. For all of you that are perceiving yourselves as hierarchy, you're going to be shocked. We're actually nothing. And being a thing is the ultimate. In other words, if you're human, that's an ultimate. If you're an ant, it's the ultimate. If you're the sky, it's the ultimate. It's the deceptive self-I that gives it the creation. And it's going to it triggered someone this morning, but anyway, it is what it is. And then they told me to get off live and stop preaching. And I'm like, it's the same as your teaching. I'm not better than anybody. I'm just a mirror. I'm the same as you. I'm just grateful for being, absolutely. Become anything, and that's your ultimate. And the only thing that's stopping you is your own limitations of knowing your self-creative, deceptive self-I. You get in life what you put out. That's the end and that's the beginning. There is no end, there is no beginning. An end cannot be the beginning, and the beginning cannot be without an end. That's why I said you're nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's why I said the end first. Nothing is real. Nothing is real. It's the idea that you give it that makes it real. If someone says this in a book and you think it's real, it's not real. If you think life is a lesson, it's not real. It's not a lesson. It's a creation. That's what it is. It's a creation. Nothing is real until you attach yourself to it. When you attach yourself to it, it becomes a reality for you, which then becomes an experience. Nothing is real. Nothing is real. So what in your life is real? Nothing. Absolutely nothing, Kim. That's why I'm bliss. That's why I'm so fucking happy. Jesus is created by a man-made concept. It was a human being trying to show people something, and it wasn't real. Not even his name is Jesus. He was taught by other people, and he wanted to show people, and then they changed the idea because they wanted to create a box, and everybody followed the box. Nothing is real. I said it's going to trigger some of you. Not judging at all. It's just saying you don't believe in God. Who created God? Who created God? Who created God? Who gave the idea to the name God? Who gave the label God? Who? Who wrote a Bible? Man. Who writes a book? Man. Who created the word God? Man. Nothing is real until you make it real. I believe in God because He gives us something to believe in. That's for you, Kim. And don't stop, because if that gives you fulfillment and joy and bliss, may it continue, because that gives you that calm. And if that helps you in your journey, stay in that journey. Just because I don't doesn't mean I love you less. I still love you, Kim, whether you believe it or don't. I know, but we need something. No, we don't need anything. That's a man-made concept. You are it already. Your body, your physical is a manifestation. Your breath is a manifestation. That's why when you desire something, you'll keep desiring. And the more you desire, the more you limit yourself. It's a never-ending story, which keeps you thinking that you're trapped because you're chasing. And the more you chase, you don't know that you are it. Hear me when I'm saying, Kim? You are it already. Amanda, rise and shine. Trust to know you're doing well, gorgeous. I've still got cards out, Amanda. I just finished doing cards. Candace, rise and shine. We don't chase, we are it. We are it already. That's right. I love my son. And you should. You created that, didn't you? You created your son. You came out of your belly. Let it be more than that. Kim, let it be more than that. Would love a card if it's okay. Absolutely, it's okay, Amanda. No? Whose energy is that? Oh, okay, cool. Marcia, all is well. Are you smiling? Am I smiling? I don't know. Am I? Am I smiling? Do I look like I'm smiling? Candace, what is a smile? What is a smirk? Kim, only for subscriber, my love. Only for subscribers. Now you are. What made you think I wasn't smiling? The idea that when you came in. The idea that when you came in, what makes you think that I'm not smiling? It's the idea, right? I gotcha. You missed me. How can I miss something that's never lost? You're welcome. I'm sorry, I'm not a subscriber. I can't afford, but for good night. But I have. Oh, you too. I love you and I appreciate you. Kim, keep shining, love. Keep shining. Keep shining. Thanks so much for that. You're welcome. You got to let go of the attachment. Whatever you're holding on to, let it go. Let go of the idea of how the outcome should be so that you can allow those doors of opportunities to open. They're saying you're blocking that door when you're holding on to it. You're blocking that door when you're holding on to it. You can change your hair and you can change your clothes. And that's the way it goes. Always find your way back home. All right, does anybody have questions? Scared to fall in love again with this new person? What is love, Amanda? What is love? Love is loving myself. Okay, what is loving myself? What is loving myself, Amanda? Accepting myself, right? So if I accept myself, do you? Do you accept yourself? Do you accept all parts of you? Mirror. Do you accept all parts of you? Not all parts, but I'm working on it, right? What do you need to work on? The idea of what people think or the idea of what you think makes a good Amanda? What's there to work on? The idea of what you think people think. There's a good Ramya, the idea of what I think, right? So what if that idea that you think makes a good Amanda is not actually your idea, but the idea of what you see society as? Makes you think that you are not a good person. Makes you think that you are not a bad person. Makes you think that you are not pretty. Makes you think that you are not ugly. What is or whose idea are you attached to? Because you said your idea. Who gave you that idea? I need to let go of the world's idea. Need? How'd you let go of a handbag? She's in the cupboard. Blackie, she's in the cupboard on the top. I tried to call her. She doesn't want to hear me. Very top. At the back in that box. Amanda, think about it. If it's the world's idea of Amanda, if this is the world's idea of Amanda, who is the world? Who is the world? Thank you for sharing, Bernadette. Who is the world? You think? You don't know? Okay, so as an example, if the world was me, would it really be shit to be me? If the world was me, would it be shit to be me? Ask yourself that question right now, Amanda. Everybody, ask yourself that question. If the world is you, would it be shit to be you? No, it shouldn't be, right? So if it shouldn't be shit, right? Because you are the world, okay? And you wanting to change yourself, what you're actually telling me is that you're creating masks because you're afraid of yourself. You're afraid of the idea of yourself. Mani, do you think that's being kind to yourself? Do you think that's being caring to yourself? Do you think that's accepting of yourself? Does it look nice that you have to be afraid of who you are as an individual, as a human? Knowing that you have 5 fingers, 2 hands, 2 arms, 2 legs, a body, a face, hair, eyes, you can see, you can breathe, you can talk, you've got a voice, you've got ears. Does it make it something that you can fear? No, it's not acceptance. It's not authentic, right? So if you're telling me, right, you have to fix you and the world is you and you're creating masks because you're afraid. Who are you actually afraid of? Yorick, fuck off. It's simple, brother. Just fuck off. Thank you, Mani. Who are you actually? You said, I'm afraid of the relationship. Who are you actually afraid of? Thank you, Mani. Thank you and thank you. I fucking love my moderators. And it was so. Exactly. Ask yourself, be honest with yourself. Don't do it don't say words to make me love you. I already love you. You're a reflection of me. So if you're saying you're afraid of the relationship, who and what are you actually afraid of? Of showing my truth self in the relationship. There you go. That's your truth. Okay. So what you're actually afraid is that this person is going to show you the relationship that you are with yourself. Right? It's not something you have to fix. It's just something you have to know. So if they are showing you something about you, are you going to hate it? Are you going to despise it? Are you going to run away from it? What are you going to do? When I don't really like someone, I am bold, but because I like him so much, I'm scared. But you're not scared of him. You're scared of yourself. And when you don't like someone, you being bold is just you being egoic. In other words, your ego is coming out and saying, I'm going to show you off, I'm better than me. I'm better than you because I've judged you as less than me. That's simple. Do you think soulmates exist? No. You are your own soul and your own mate. And I'll show you that just now. Who asked that? Naliswa, I'll show you now. Showing your vulnerability, but your vulnerability is your truth, which is your authentic. Museli, thank you for the follow. Miss Suli, thank you for the follow. So your authenticity is your vulnerability, and your ego is your courage. Your courage. You're not being honest with yourself. That's why you got the mirror. What card did you get? That's why you got that mirror. It makes sense what you're doing to yourself. Do you remember the card I gave you? Tracy, trust you're doing well. Where is that fucking card? Come out now. The card simply showed, right? It simply showed you holding on to an idea, right? An idea. But the thing is, what you're holding on to is the masks. You're holding on to the masks. That's what you're exactly doing. You're holding on to the masks. And those masks that you're holding on to is what's creating this chaos in your heart. The world is my mirror. That's because the world is you. And what you're actually afraid of is not the relationship, is you're afraid of yourself. You're afraid of yourself. That's the mask you got. See that? I said to you, you put down those masks. Did I not tell you when I read the card? I said put down the mask, the illusion. Who are you listening to? Get into nature, let nature show you. The world is your mirror. Everything is reflecting back of what you think. I don't need cards. But even the cards that you guys get, you still don't hear. Okay. What you're actually afraid of, Bernadette, Amanda, forgive me, Bernadette. Amanda, what you're actually afraid of is you're afraid of yourself. You are your biggest fear because you cannot be honest with yourself. And because you're not honest with yourself, you're not honest with other people. And because you're not honest with other people, you're creating masks. And when it comes to relationships, okay, what you like about him is what you love about yourself. But deep down, when you get to know him, he's going to show you the parts that you hate. And that's what you're afraid of. That's what you're afraid of. You're actually more afraid of yourself than you are afraid of the relationship. How do I get the fear? By loving all parts and accepting all parts of you. Stop trying to control things. Put your ego aside and say, it's okay to just experience something. If I'm drinking cup, okay, and there's juice in the cup, and I drink this juice, whatever flavor is the flavor identity that I gave it. So if you're saying this relationship is scary, that's what you're creating. Is that what you want? Because you're too afraid of yourself? Is that what you're doing? Amanda, think about it. If someone put a relationship in this cup, and I'm going to drink the cup, the flavor of that juice is what I give it, correct? And that's what you're doing with your relationship. You're doing that with your relationship. Only because you've got this on. Only because you're afraid of yourself. only because you're afraid of the identity box that you gave it. What if you're just you and they love you just for you? What if they go away and they find someone else and you find something better? The only person that's making chaotic is you drinking it, attaching yourself to that. Yes, I hear you. I'm creating it all myself, the flavor, and yes. So let it go. Just be your authentic self. And if he doesn't resonate with you, he'll walk away. And if he resonates with you, he'll come back. Just be. You're making it so difficult for what? What is the point of making it so difficult? The fact that it's not what the movies say, the fact that the love stories we read is not what we think it is, and it's not actually how they show it to us, but it's actually how it's presented to us. And the idea of it fucks us off because our egos get bruised. Come on, Amanda. I think you're magic. See the magic in you so that everything around you is magic. Stop attaching yourself to the idea of what you think it is and rather allow yourself to experience it for what it is. Experience it for what it is and not what you think it is. Amanda, you're so welcome. All right, to the person who asked soulmate, are you still in here? You're welcome, my love. I like the one-eyed monster, I'm not going to lie. The one-eyed monster. One eye. The one-eyed monster. Mania, I trust that you're doing well, my love. Did that person walk away? Did they walk away? They must have walked away. Elizabeth, welcome in. All right, what do you guys want me to talk about? Today is just Q&A. Today is Q&A. Being the ultimate, being nothing. When you become nothing and you've got no desire, you set yourself free to experience all things. And literally, when I tell you you experience all things, you experience all things. You literally experience all things. Everything flows the way it shows. One of my dogs has one eye. I call her Tinky Winky. I fucking love the name. She's a Tinky with a Winky. Oh, fuck. That's brilliant. You can change your hair and you can change your clothes. Oh, I want to play something with you guys. I want to play something for you guys. Are you ready for it? It's going to blow your minds. Do you want me to blow your mind? See, Sandy, welcome in, my love. Blow your mind. Are you ready to listen to hear? Yes. Let's put you on. Doop, doop. Darren, welcome in. A lot has changed in your reality. I love that. Darren, I love that. Are you happy with those changes? Everything is good for you, unless you think it's not. Trust you're doing well. See, Sandy. This Okefenokee used to irritate the fuck out of me. This guy that I'm going to play now, he's a guru. He claims to be a guru, right? I'm going to say claims because it is. It's a claim, right? The hierarchy claim, right? I'm more than you. I'm less than you. It's annoying still for me that people still do that, but it is what it is, and get over it, Marcia. Get over it. But anywho, I want you to listen to this.
Have any sense of their own.
Hold on. It's pretty cool. Tap, tap, tap whilst listening. Yes, listen, Lindas.
Those who do not have any sense of their own competence will become competitive.
Competitive.
because their only pleasure is being one step ahead of somebody else.
That's what happened this
Being
morning.
better than somebody, if it's a pleasure for you, you enjoy other people's failures. I call that sickness.
I do too.
It's not good. As a life, you want to be at your fullest. You have a right to be. Every life in creation, from a worm, insect, bird, animal, even a plant and tree, all striving to their best, isn't it? You also. But why are you concerned whether somebody is behind you? Why is it so pleasurable for you that somebody else is less than you? What do you think? You think a blade of grass is less important than an oak tree? Hello? You think so? Only a fool would think so, isn't it? But that's what we're doing, we call this education, we call this competition, we call this society. No, very stupid way of handling things. Those who do not have any sense of their own competence will become competitive.
Those who have
Because
no
their only
sense of
pleasure is
competitive. Those who have no competence will become competitive. And those who are competitive are fools. Because you're always looking at what's ahead of you and what's behind you. I love you too. Hey Lola. Darren says, yes, I'm coming into my powers and I'm finding out who I am. Great, like I can feel you. You can't feel me, you feel yourself. The identity, you. Guys, I need you to understand that what you're feeling is yourself. Nothing is outside of you. It's all you. Is that Sadhguru? I don't think it's Sadhguru. Is it Sadhguru?
Those who do not have
Yes, it is
any
Sadhguru,
sense of their own
forgive me.
competence will become competitive.
Yeah. I'm doing absolutely well, and you, Lola. Pixie, Rosenstein, Sapisa, welcome in. I love how you're a straight shooter. Thanks, Lola. Well, I'd feel like you all… Well, I'd feel like you anyways. You probably would, yeah, but everything is you. Nothing is outside of you. Everything is you, right? So if you're saying you're feeling someone, what you're actually feeling is an identification, attachment that you have as outside of you. But everything is inside of you. You make me accountable. Yes, it's very important. I like some of your stuff. I take that resonates and leave the rest. You know what? I don't like the hierarchy in everybody. And that needs to go away. The hierarchiness, that I know more and less, the looking down. We're all equal beings. I'm not more than any of you. We're all the same. We're nothing. We're absolutely fucking nothing. And we all mean nothing. It's the attachment identity that makes it as something by us. We are more than you. And that makes us all fools. Because I'm looking who's behind. What level are you in spirituality? Are you in 3D? Oh, wait, you're 5D. Oh, wait, no, you're 12D. Oh, fuck, you're still a human after all. When nothing is real. Nothing is real. Right. Listen to this one. This one's quite cool. Listen to what this monk says. They found him in a ditch. They found him in a ditch. Lola says, are you a life coach? What makes a life coach a coach? A life coach tries to transform people. I'm not trying to transform you. I'm trying to allow you to see yourself. Listen to what this
Look, he's down there.
What?
Now you know why it took us 20 years to find Bin Laden, right?
That's right, Carol. Listen to what the guru says.
Can you not hear us? He's meditating, brother. Please call Mama.
And I've been saying that for how long, Carol? You read that yesterday, and you've known me for a year, and I've been saying that for how long?
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
God is within every person. Every single one of you is God. Have you ever tried? Your thoughts become zero. And once it's zero, you can
How long
collect
does it
them.
take to collect your thoughts? काफी टाइम लगेगा प्यारे
It could take
सीखने
lifetimes
में
or
थोड़ी
it
देरी
can
लग
take a
सकती है
day.
लेकिन कई
Or
कई
it can
दिन भी
take
लग सकता है
seconds.
नहीं आया ना तब तो फिर लगे रहे मैं थोड़ी ना कुछ
Alright,
जानता था
someone just
मैं भी अपने
reported me.
ऑटोमेटिक
Thank
किया
you.
गया क्या करेगा वो
Thank
सबके
you
लिए वो
for
करेगा ना
reporting
प्यारे
me.
वो धर्म तो कुछ नहीं
It's about
रखेगा वो
time you
अपना कौन सा
realize
जीव उससे
that
अछूता है
everything
पूरी
is
पूरी
yourself
पृथ्वी
within
खेल
the
रही है
universe self-art.
क्योंकि उसने इसको पूरे को
Play your
कनेक्ट कर
own
लिया ना
game. And it's like
What do you see,
playing
Baba, when
in
you're
a playground.
जब आप
in the mode?
लगता है
All
सारा
energy of the world is coming from one thing, and that's just accept
अच्छा नहीं
love.
लगता प्यारे
Well, that's our bad. We shouldn't have interrupted.
प्यारे
Sorry for interrupting.
I
Baba.
appreciate the
आप
respect.
अपने को कभी छोटा मत
Don't
समझिए
ever let yourself feel small.
What?
Did you all hear
It took
that?
us 20 years to find Bin Laden, right?
Don't ever let yourself feel small. She is the best coach for everything in the world. I'm not a coach. No, the origin of the word is what I read. Ah, gotcha. I hear you now, Carol. Right? I am just wanting to know what you are wanting us to learn. Go to yourself and learn yourself. What makes you fulfilled? If you had to chase nothing, Lola, will it make you happy? If you had to have nothing, would it make you happy? If you had to have something, will it make you happy? If you had to have something and still have nothing, will you still be happy? That's it. I'm not here to change you. If you believe in God, good for you. If you believe in Yasus, good for you. If you believe in a guru, good for you. What I am saying, that you are your own unique power. No one has control over you but you. And the only reason why you don't love the world is because you don't love the world you. You created you. So why would you hate something that you are creating? You cannot hate something that you are making. So instead of hating, love it most. Love yourself the most. There you go, love it most. Accept all parts of you. Release all desires, release all attachments, the identities of what you think it is. Let it go. When you let go of all the identity, you realize you are just playing a role, a play, a part. And you're the writer, you're the script writer. Thank you for the bloop bloops, thank you for the perfume. When I feel my own energy, I identify with it to yours. That's what I was trying to tell Darren. So if I get a message, the message is not only for you, it's for me too. Nothing is outside of me, it's all inside of me. Dundee! Rise and shine. Everybody is gifted. When you detach from the worldly goods, you become gifted. If you're trying to save somebody, what you're actually trying to save is yourself. I truly believe now that if you're coaching, then what you're doing is you're trying to change people to make you feel happy. What happens if we reach the ultimate? Go watch my video. What happens if everybody reaches the ultimate? What's going to happen to people who's trying to change people to their belief systems, to the idea of the identity of what they think is right and wrong? Only when everybody realizes nothing is real. What's going to happen when everybody realizes that nothing is real? What's going to happen? There'll be no one for you to save. What's going to happen to you wanting to save others? Oh, shit, wait, you're going to have to play your own game? Fuck, I can't save anybody. I have to play my own game? This is scary. What's going to happen? Nothing is real, Lola. Pussy, rise and shine. Lola, what makes a dot? What makes a dot a dot? What makes a dot and a line? What makes a dot and a line? What makes a dot and a line? Who knows? What makes a dot and a line? What is momentarily? Our perception of it, right? It's the idea. Perception is the idea. So if you've got an idea, which is an identity, right? If you've got an idea of what you think it is, that is a perception, right? Okay? right? What makes an oval and a circle and a circle? It's the idea, right? A line. What makes a line a line? Because if I'm looking at the line this way and I'm looking at this way, it might not be a line. It might be a square or it might be a triangle. It's the idea that you give it a thing which makes it an experience, a reality. But if I tell Lola, focus, look there, it's actually a dot, then Lola is going to agree with Marcia because it's a dot. And because Marcia said it's a dot, Lola says it's a dot. But Lola stops talking to Marcia today and then goes to Pete tomorrow. And Pete says, no, but it's not a dot, it's an oval. And then Lola's going to say, Marcia, you lied. You lied to me. It's an oval. It was an oval all this time. But was it an oval? Or was it because Pete told you it was an oval? It's the identity that you give it that gives it a perception, which gives it an idea. So it's not real. Nothing is real until you make it real. So if I say to you, there is a street, and in that street is a corner of a doll of so and so and so and so, everybody else that did not know me will not see that doll. But everybody in this live that goes to that street will see that doll. Why? Because I fed that seed into you and you're looking for a doll. And because you're looking for it, you're going to find the doll. Nothing is real until you've identified it, attached to it, and you see it. Yes, the name we assign to it for your own understanding. You can, yes. Perception dissonance, if that's the label you want to use. I look at it this way. Do you care or think about your children from your past lives? Past lives don't exist. It's an idea. You only have here and now. Past and future doesn't exist. Nothing exists. There is no past. There is no future. You only have right here, right now. It's the identity idea. When you're attached to a past life, what you're doing to yourself is you have detached your now to feed your ego of what was. When what was happened, it's not here. It's not right now. Can you change what was? No, you only have right here, right now. Even your future is not alignment. It's not real. It's the idea you give it. You only have right here, right now. When you wake up in the morning and saying, oh, my pastor used to say this and say that, you're not in the past. You're right here, right now. Really, with detachments, especially from things that don't serve us, everything serves you, Tandi. Everything serves you. It's your ego. It's your ego that has identified as something that's good or bad because of what you are desiring. And when you desire it, that's what you are attached to. If there was no money in the world, would you still desire? I am saying I don't care, so don't worry if things about the past. It helps with now. It doesn't help with now. It actually defaults you. This is where you guys need to understand. When you say something is helping you, what it's actually doing is limiting you. Darren, open the box. When you open a box, what happens when you open a box? You become unlimited, timeless. Okay. If you say that this is helping me, then what you're saying to your ego self I is this attachment I'm holding on to is the only thing that's helping me to exist in this now. What is wrong having fuck all attached to? That's what I'm saying, Darren. What is wrong with having fuck all to attach you and just know that being a human is your ultimate? Being an ant is an ultimate. Being a grain of sand is the ultimatation. There is nothing helping you. You are it already. You are the ultimate. So if you're saying something is helping you, what you're saying is, I still don't accept all parts of me. I'm saying open the box, Darren. That's what I'm telling you. How do you plan a future? You have to be mentally of the future to visualize, materialize. That's an idea. You are the future. You are the now. There is no future. If you neglect the now, you become a limitation. That's fact. Pixie. Exactly. I see now. You're right. Yeah. Thank you, Mani. Thank you, Mani. Everything is an idea. So everything you're all saying is correct. I'm saying open your box. Open your box. So Samba said something very profound. How do you plan a future? Question mark. You have to mentally in the future. How do you create a body, Samba? Samba, how do you create a body? How do you create a body? When you wake up in the morning, you create that body. How do you breathe? When you wake up in the morning, you breathe. That is manifestation. Is that a future? Is that a future you? Who knows? Is that a future you? Can anybody tell me when you wake up in the morning and you get out of bed and you're taking a breath and you open your eyes and you're seeing, is that a future you? It's a current you, right? It is a current you. It's a now you. It's a now you, right? So if you're saying to me that to create the future, I have to become the future, what you're saying is, I am denying what I am right here, right now. Ask yourselves now. You're denying yourself that you are here right now? Why would you do that? If you're going to accept all parts of you, you've got to accept all parts of you right here, right now. And if you want to change your future, that means you don't love who you are because you created your own body. You created your eyes. You created your voice. How do you hate a voice that you created? You created all of that. It was an idea that you have that created that reality. No. No, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to feel like your future. You're supposed to feel your now. Darren, you got to feel your now. That's why I said to you, past and future does not exist. You only have now. It's the attachment you get. Think of it this way, Darren. If you think $1 million rands is going to make you happy, when you get that million, you're still not going to be happy. You're going to want more. Then you're going to say, I want 18 million. Then you get that 18 million. And then you're going to want more. Every time you want more, you are attaching yourself. You're going to be a loop. And every time you're a loop, you are suffering. And then you think it's the world that's put you stuck. You're not stuck. You created that stuck because you attached yourself to something. Now does that make sense? Tatiana, rise and shine, love. There'll never be a future. There'll never be a future you. There's only a now you. You will continue to be changed something that's exhausting. Speak from experience. Exactly. Speak from the now experience. Speak from your experience. There will be a future if you take care of the present. There is no future, Pixie. If you are looking at the future and you are looking at the past, you're not in the now. And no matter what, you're going to keep looking for the future. And the more you desire the future, the more you'll never be the now. And you're going to keep repeating that. I'm looking for a cat. I'm chasing the carrot. I'm chasing the future. What happens if you chase? What happens if you chase? What happens if you're chasing? If I'm chasing a carrot. I'm chasing money. I'm chasing love. That means I am lacking. I'm chasing a future. I hate my world. If I hate my world, I hate myself. Because I am the world, I am the universe. Manifest the moment only. As you manifest your breath, manifest the moment. I understand that. But to change the now, if you don't like what you see, then you have to feel it. If you don't like what you see, that means you hate what you're creating. That means you think you're hierarchy. If you don't like what you see, you've made yourself more than or less than. You did that to yourself. Nobody can take accountability for that. Nobody can take accountability for that. You did that yourself. Open the box, Darren. Open the box. So the now is the all. The now is the all. The now is the all. That's why you are nothing. And if you're chasing something, you'll always be limited. Now is the all. That's why you become it already. When you wake up in the morning, you are it. That is your past, that is your future, is the it, which is the now. The current manifestation is the writing on the wall, which is you. You are the writing on the wall, which is now. Thank you for sharing the live. Nothing is outside of you. Nothing exists. You are it already. So if you're chasing something, you're desiring something, and when you're desiring, you're going to be in a loop. I desire happy. I desire love. I desire money. I desire a car. I desire a house. What if you are it already? Because if you are it already, you're not chasing. And if you're chasing, what happens? You become a hamster, repeating the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. And then you play the victim. Oh, woe is me. I hate my life. I hate my world. And that's causing poison. So you're poisoning your body and you're poisoning your soul because you've attached yourself to material things, which is not real. None of it is real. None of it is real. If you wake up in the morning and you made it real just by making it so. Bussy is it. That's right. Bussy is it. You are it already. If I don't like someone, it's because I don't like me. And if I don't like them, it's because I have made myself think that I'm more than them. And who did that? The ego. Who's the ego? The identity that I gave it. The idea identity, like a light bulb, which is a creation. Everything is a creation. Your body is a creation. Your eyes is a creation. Song is a creation. And depending the sound of the song that you're choosing to hear is the creation you're going to experience, which is the idea identity that you give it. And if you don't like the idea that you're in, you've got to change the idea. But what if you don't have to change it and you just become? In other words, you are it already. But I want it to be pink, Marcia. Well, suffering. But I want it to be apple. Suffering. Because that want, but it wasn't green. I asked for green and I needed green. So why did you give me green? I hate my life. But you attached yourself to the identity. What if you actually don't need the apple to begin with? But because someone had the apple, your fucking ego wanted the apple too. Because you created the idea. Nothing has meaning until you give it meaning. Bashar needs to change some of his manifestation ways to do it. But why are you worried about Bashar? Are you living Bashar's life? Bashar's doing exactly what I'm doing. He's sharing his truth. Who resonates with Bashar will resonate with Bashar. But Daniel is Bashar and Bashar is Daniel. They're not separate. We got so bored, we created aliens because I don't want to be a human. But you created it. How can you hate something so much you've created? Makes no sense. That's not accept. That's not love. Oh, wait, hold on. We're humans. We need to emphasize something. Unconditional love. We have to, exclamation. Don't forget the exclamation. Let me exclaim myself. I have to identify it. Love, it's unconditional love. Love is accept. Why do you have to identify it as a thing? That's what love is. It's accept. You don't see the birds saying, look at you. You got a weird feather on you. Fuck off. No. The birds say tweet, tweet. It's only the humans that say, oh, look what she's wearing. It's not Gucci. It's not Prada. Make that make sense. You don't see the trees in the forest saying, hey, did you see you've got floss on your branch? It's not floss. What is it then? What's that green stuff on trees? Does anybody know? I actually forgot the name, and I've got some growing outside. Moss! Lizard legend. Trust you're doing well. Moss. So you don't see a tree saying, look at that floss. You look weird. You're not part of us. We don't have that floss. No. A tree just looks at a tree and shakes its body, and the tree shakes its body, and they're just there. They're just there. They're just there. Along comes the wind, and the wind says, look out, I'm coming. You don't see the tree saying, duck. No. All right, let's just feel this. I want to experience it. Humans, in the other hand, they're afraid of what they create. They are so afraid of what they've created. So afraid of what they created. So afraid that they are the creation. So they give it a label to identify the hierarchiness. When back at the ranch, you're no better than a grain of salt. You're no better than a grain of a sand. You're no better than a grain of a mustard seed. Because even a seed cannot grow unless you feed it. A seed cannot grow unless you feed it. We're afraid of our own selves. That in itself is scary. We're afraid of ourselves. We're so bored we created stuff. And even the stuff that we created, we're scared of it. Let me give you guys a funny truth, right? So some idiot was very bright and he created Google. And when you Googled, I want to know apples, right? It gives you 100 and thousands of options of different identities of apples. And you go and you follow your heart and say, right, this is what Google says about apples, but there's 150 thousands and thousands of them, but you chose this one and you've identified, okay, this is the apple that I want to experience. And then all of a sudden you create AI, right? Now AI says there is no apple, it's a pear. And now everybody's saying, pear, pear, pear. When are you going to stop putting yourselves in boxes? When? You're not the apple, you're not the pear, you're nothing. And everything means nothing until you give it a meaning. So if you mean the world is shit, that's what you're creating, that's what you become. Now AI says, oh, to become the ultimate being, you have to listen to this. Did you not know that when you fucking wake up and you take a fart, it's the ultimate you already? Did you not know going to the toilet is your ultimate you? Did you not know going for a walk around the block is the ultimate you? Did you not know that taking a trip to the shop is the ultimate you? Did you not know that your voice is your ultimate? Did you not know that dancing is your ultimate? You are the ultimate already. What's going to happen when every single thing reaches the ultimate? And all of you who's trying to change other people to fit your boxes are not going to fucking listen to you anymore. What the fuck are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? Because you can't change your parents to fit your box. Because they know they're their ultimate. What are you going to do when the animals know that they're supposed to be free? Who are you going to change now? What's going to happen when everybody knows that they are the ultimate? Who are you going to try and fix? My tree of abundance fell over. That's beautiful in itself. There you go. Because you are the abundance. Heard the best thing. It's like staring in the mirror, waiting for your reflection to smile first. Yes. Who smiled first, the mirror or you? What's going to happen when you have nobody to save? Because they've reached their ultimate. What's going to happen when you can't make people wake up because they're all awake and they've reached the ultimate? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? The ultimate will be total harmony, right? What is the ultimate, Pixie? What makes something disharmony? It's the idea that gives it to you. What makes something harmony? The idea you give it. What makes something disharmony? It's the idea. As a baby, you didn't know what was harmony or disharmony. Are you hearing me, Pixie? As a baby, you didn't know what was ugly or was pretty. As a baby, you didn't know what black and white was. You didn't know what Indian was. All you saw was a bean and a bean and a bean. That was it. What's going to happen when everybody has reached the ultimate? Another new disharmony because we get fucking bored? There is full acceptance. It's the fact that we keep saying was that gives it the chaos. Because you are heaven. Being an ultimate being is heaven. When we were babies, you're still baby. You don't see yourself as a baby because you identified and separated yourself from it. It's still the same being. It hasn't changed. Think of it this way. A tree doesn't see if it's a baby. It sees a tree is a tree is a tree is a tree. It doesn't identify as a thing, does it? It just knows it's a tree. It knows it goes through seasons. Summer, spring, autumn, winter. It goes through, it's a seasonal tree. And we as beings are seasonal. We are the ultimate already. But because we're trying to control it and define it, we are causing suffering to ourselves. So you are the child. You are the grandfather. You are the adult. You are the sick. You are the homeless. It is all you. It's all you. So if you're looking for something, that means you still haven't accepted all parts of you. For the world isn't the identification idea that you give it. So if you say the world is shit, it hasn't reached harmony, it's because you're not harmonic. If you're saying that things are chaotic, you will only witness chaotic because you've given that idea. But when you don't identify as anything, you're allowing. And when you're allowing, what is that? When you're in allowance, what is that, my brothers and sisters? What happens if you are in allowance? What happens if you're in allowance? If you see a black screen, it's because I'm smoking. What happens if you are in allowance? Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you, Jimmy, for the share. I'm very grateful. Negative doesn't exist. Negative is the idea. What happens if you're in allowance? I'm in a space of neutrality and attraction. There you go. If you are in attraction and neutrality, that means you are flowing. You're flowing. You're allowing. That's allowance. And allowance means I accept, which is you are it already, which is what everybody is looking for, love. And love means accept. Anka, welcome in. Okay. You realize that you are the all. Yes, you realize that you are the all. And when you realize that you are the all, it's the identification idea that you give it, the light bulb, which is becomes your creation, which becomes your creation. And the creation is the light bulb, which is the idea. That's why you always see a light bulb idea. That's the light within you. And the light within you is going to then reflect back to you. And whatever you don't like in the world that you're living is the identity idea that you've given it. Whether you've heard it from someone or you've fed it to someone becomes that identity idea. And that's limitation. But if you're an allowance, you're allowing, you start to become the magnet. You attract all things. I'll give you an example. Someone who is not in their pure state of mind, they were high, they were lost. You could see they were lost. She tried to get into my gate. She tried to force the gate. And I simply just sent her love, and I didn't speak to her. I stood in front of her. And I stood in front of her and I just said, I trust and know you are healed and you'll see your light. And she stopped. And she disappeared. My neighbor saw it, freaked her out. I didn't touch the person. It's the idea. My neighbor came rambling and says, I heard her and I saw her and then she was gone. What were you looking at? I said, I was looking at nothing. Because if I told her, she would go mad because she has an idea, a belief system. That idea is the idea is the attachment. Yeah, that's why you see a lot of people, a lot of gurus will say, cleanse the mind. But the thing is, when you're telling your body to do something, and this is what I realized for me. Okay, I realized for me was when I was telling my body to relax, I was forcing my body to do something that it didn't know what it was. Okay, I didn't know what it was. So I had to find out what it was. How do you find out what relaxed feels like? By tensing your body so much and then relaxing it. And that relax will then show you the relief. And that relief is relax. So now you know what relax feels like. But if you're telling your body relax, or you're telling somebody to relax, and they don't know what relax feels like, what are you doing? You're forcing someone to do something that they're not aware of. Okay. I love you so much. You really do keep balance. Thank you. And I receive with gratitude. I'm grateful for you, all of you. Chuck! Rise and shine, Chuck. Does anybody have any questions? You're welcome to ask. Did she? Yes, I saw her. But I didn't say anything to her. I did see her. Lizard Legend, I did see her, but she wasn't real. And my neighbor calmed down. She didn't go crazy. She didn't ponder it. And if she pondered it, she wouldn't be feeling well. She'd get sick. And that's what happens when you're trying to identify. You're trying to make the dot and the slash. And because you created that, you end up being sick. And that's what I was doing. I wasn't getting sick, but I was creating expectations, right? And I had to go deep within myself. And then going in deep within myself, I realized the only reason I was creating these expectations is because I was still desiring an outcome. So I had to let go of the desire, become desireless. And that's what I did. And when I finally became desireless, that's when I felt the again. And I was like, oh, I fucking get it. You keep saying it. You just needed to see it. How do you deal with relational issues in you are me approach? By saying you identified as me. Just say I'm your mirror and you are my mirror. If it triggers you, ask you why. Is it because they think they're hierarchy? I triggered someone because they thought they're hierarchy. And they told me to get off the live. And then they said, I'm going to stop preaching. They don't preach, they teach. But what is teaching and what is preaching? The same. And because they feel they're above, you're not going into your own life. You're going into someone else's life and telling them to stop. Why would you do that? You're a fool. What you're trying to do is you're trying to blind people to your ways. I'm not trying to blind you. I'm not trying to blind you. I'm trying to let you see you. I'm not trying to control you. I need you to find you. You're the one in control. You're the one in power. And the only time you feel powerless is the identity idea you give it. No one can touch you. It's the idea that you give it that makes it the touch. I'll give you a good example. If I punch you, you don't feel my hand. You will feel the skin, your own skin. You will feel the percussion of the skin, the identity of it. You don't feel my hand, right? It only becomes poison because I've attached myself to it. Shit, you're poisoning yourself. What if you just let it go and say, right, she punched me, so fucking what? But she'll never do it again because I'm not going to interact with her. I don't have to. I can just fucking walk away. Karma's gonna get me. Well, it's not, because your soul only sees you. Marcus Aurelius, do you know of him, a Roman emperor known as the last great one? No. No, I don't, Chuck. No. So if he's considered the great one, then Chuck, you are the great one too. Let go of the desire. I think they may answer my question. What was your question? Did I miss your question, Tandi? When did you start learning about all of this? I didn't learn. I experienced. Lola, there's a difference, my love. Learning is for fools. People stifle with what they don't understand. Yes, unfortunately. But no, it's, you know what? I can't even say unfortunately, Pixie. Because the only stifle that they are stifling is themselves. Thank you for sharing the live, Jimmy. Hey, Jasmine. I got to see Jasmine's shining, beautiful light. I'm done explaining myself to anyone. Why are you explaining yourself? What is it that you still need to be seen? Ask yourself, why is it you're trying to explain to people what you know? Because deep down somewhere, you still want to be a savior. But what if everybody becomes the ultimate and realize they are the saviors of themselves? And the only reason why you're still trying to change people because you're trying to fill an empty little bucket that we still have inside. I was there. Lizard, I was there. I used to be there. I am, yes, you are the greatest. So looking at triggers like punches, we feel the pain when triggered. How do we ease this? The pain that you feel is the identity you gave it. Tandi, it's the pain, it's the identity you gave it. There was something I heard of, I asked for a message and I got one, and I've got to find out where to find it. Can you explain learning is for fools? Because if you're learning somewhat, if I'm taking a book, Lola, right? If I'm taking a book and this book says, if you are a mountain, you are strong, you didn't experience being the mountain, right? You are experiencing what the author is experiencing, right? The author experiences the mountain. And because the author experienced the mountain, you're now saying to yourself, now I am the mountain. And by me identifying as the mountain, I have become this person, which is now a guru. But what if you didn't really experience it? And you just wrote it? I experienced mine. I didn't write it. I experienced it. So I am not telling you what I've read. I am telling you what I've experienced, right? Are you going to experience the same thing as me? Fuck no. That's what makes you unique. So make yourself unique. I will read a book, but I don't identify myself as the book. Lola, does that make sense what I said now? What do you think about schools? The same as fools. Schools and fools. But no longer. Glammy, thank you for the follow, love. I appreciate you. The word negatives and the word negative is an identity. Yes, if you say it's positive or negative, it's an identity. You've identified it as something. Life experience, yes. So when you're experiencing it, it's just an experience. But even an experience is not an experience, because if you attach to that, then what's going to happen is something's going to come to you and say, go for it. And you're going to say, no, I can't go for it because of what I experienced then. Right. But what if it's not going to be the same thing? What if it's a different thing? So because you've identified it as a good or a bad, you're limiting yourself to all opportunities, which then becomes boxed. It's not flowing. But sometimes at schools, they do experiment. They do experiment. And because they experiment, think about it, okay? They experiment. And they don't say, what did you experience? No, they tell you what they experienced, which then becomes your identity. To prove what they heard inside the books, yes, there you go. Lizard said so true. If you had to talk to me a week ago, you would see me as the person as still trying to identify a thing. Let me explain to you. I'll explain it to you. They're telling me to explain it. They meaning us, we, consciousness, someone in the conscious mind is sending some, right? When you identify an idea, right? I was trying to, when you throw a ball, the ball already knows it's the ball, right? But what makes it the ball is how you hold the ball, right? So if I'm, hold on, let's use a rock instead. Let's get real, right? If I'm holding this rock and I say to you, this rock is round, what are you going to say to me? If I hold this rock and I say to you, this rock is round, what are you going to say to me? No, they make you report on what you experienced in their words. Yes. Some people say that they are empaths. Do you feel the attachment is healthy or not? It's unhealthy. Because when you're empathy, means you're a victim-me. You're playing the victim. I'm an empath. I'm hierarchy. I feel emotions. You don't. It's hierarchiness. Everything feels. Even a blade of grass feels. What makes a blade of grass less than you? Who's empath? The rock is oval. Right. So Verosha says the rock is oval. I perceive it differently. Chuck says sees it differently. Okay. I see it's not as round. I see it as not as round. Right. Okay. So you have identified it as your own. Correct? You've identified it as your own. What if I told you that this is blue underneath here and this on top here is yellow? If I tell you that this is blue and this is yellow, I would say it isn't. That's your truth. Okay, now I'm going to use different words. Listen to me. I'm using different words, right? So Lola's given me her truth. Cherie, welcome in. It's how you see it. That's your truth. That is your reality, right? That's your truth. Verosha says, I disagree. Right. Hold on. Why do you disagree? Verosha is a good example. Why do you disagree that this is blue and this is yellow? Lola says, that's my truth. I would say that's your perception. That's your truth. What's the question? I said that this is blue and this is yellow. I'm going to use a truth. Because I see black and orange. All right. So there's your truth. Right. It's the learning you place on it. Is it the learning or is it the identity? I didn't learn this. I only saw it. I'm giving to you right now. I didn't read a book to tell you that this was in the book. Pixie. Good one though. In reality, I often say you are the Lulu. You do actually. What makes it Delulu? Okay, right. Now I'm going to show you something and I want you guys to be open-minded. Right. And this should stop all arguments. Right. It's going to stop all arguments. This thing has got fucking shitload of alcohol in it. All right. I'm going to show you a perception. I'd say that 9 can lie as 6B or D. Love that. Can I give an example of something else? Would you want me to give it? I'm going to show you this. I think you'll understand what I'm saying. Okay. Right. So, Pixie said something. Pixie, you still here? What was the word that I said? Remember what you said. As in colors. Okay, I'm listening. It's not about the colors. It's more because I started with shapes and then I started with colors. It's not, you see, Lola? It's the all. Don't limit yourself. It's the all. Right. It's not about the colors. Because first I said it was round and you all said no. Then I said this is blue and this is yellow and you all said no. Right. Okay. Now, if I'm here and I'm born here, if I'm here and I'm born there, if I'm here and I'm born here, what makes it different? Pixie used the word. What makes it different? And I'm grateful she used the word because all of you used it. Right. It's what I've learned from it. Right. But did I really learn from it? Did I learn from it? Hold on. I want you guys to go deep in this, right? Okay. Did I really learn from it, or was it the judgment? Because if this was in a world of its own, and this was in a world of its own, and this was in a world of its own, and I was brought up being whipped, would I see it as a good or a bad? Would I see it as a good or a bad if I was whipped? If I lived in this world on my own with whoever is in there? Can you please, I didn't do a question. Are you sure? Are you sure you would have seen it as a good or a bad? If this world is living on its own, and this world is bringing up children being whipped, is it going to see it as a good or a bad? You take it as a factual, it is what it is? No, you will see the good. You will just see it as it is, right? This is it. Correct? You will see it as this is it. This is it. This is all you know. Right. But then something happens. A door opens. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing others. Is this going to be an A? It might be not. Are you sure might? Go deep, Pixie. I'm taking you guys on a rabbit hole that I'm not going to tell you. You need to find it for yourself. I'm going to give you little seeds, and this is what I want you to identify for yourself. Okay. Right. But now I've opened the door, and now I'm seeing something. But here, but now I see it. I don't see anything else but happy. The mind. What made the mind think? The judgment. Who gave it the judgment? The idea. Who's the idea? There will be no only you in that moment, and when you are, you'll be your truth. No. Go deeper, Pixie. You will see the difference and start to compare. So this no longer becomes an A. This then becomes a B. And you now tell this people, listen, B, and they start to identify, oh, we're different to them. They A, we B. And it becomes a judgment, a good or a bad, a black or a white, a ugly or a pretty, which has now been identified as something different. Do they collect rocks? Thank you for sharing, Cherie. Right. But hold on. There's more. Yeah, I'm going through something of judgments and I can see the two different perceptions. But are they really different? Or is it the idea that you've given it? Go deeper. Lola, guys, go deeper, my brothers and sisters. It's not for me to tell you. I want you to go within yourself and find you. Because the deeper you go, the more you will see nothing. They see the beauty and uniqueness. Are you sure? Because they've identified it as a B. It's okay, Cherie. I'm going to post this on YouTube. Okay. This world is about money, 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 money. This world has no money. This world knows nature. Okay. This looks like a human. This looks like a human and this looks like a human. Right. Now this wall is broken down. And this person who experiences this says, I'm bored with it, now I want more. I've desired this, now I want more. So it gets away from us and it goes to this world. And it says, but shit, you're different to A and you're different to B. You're C. Okay, so now you've given it a label, a C. Are you hearing me? You're giving it a label. What is a label? An identification. You've identified it as different. But what you actually seen is the experience is different, but you're still a fucking human being. Because here is human, here is human, here is human. It's the identity that gives it the difference. What made it good or bad? The identity, the judgment that you gave it. They see parts of themselves. Pussy. Yet the more they experience, the more they attach the idea of what they see. Exactly. Now you're getting, okay, Pixie, now, the more you identify something as a thing, you limit yourself to that thing. I'm identifying myself as an A. I'm identifying as a B because I'm in this group. I'm in this group and I was in this group. But what if you're not in the group and you're not identifying and you're not judging and you see everybody is you? What makes you different to them? Nothing. Because you are all these things. You are all of it. And that's why a lot of people are getting triggered. You're actually nothing. You're chasing nothing. Because you want to become something. And the more you're wanting to become something, you're never going to be fine because you're still desiring a thing. And the more you're desiring a thing, the more you're going to box yourself. And the more you box yourself, the more you're still going to keep chasing. And the more you chase, the more you suffer. Okay, I'm still very lost, but I will want to give it an A+ because you are brilliant, Master Cherie. What makes some people born in safe country as opposed to those who are in war, torn countries? It's the idea. It's the idea. Everything is here and now. That's right, Pussy. If I like the rock and I don't ask others what they think, there you go, lizard. You're getting what I'm getting to. Is it reality? Is it reality, or is it the idea that makes it our reality? Lola, go deep. But the fact that you were inside the environment of your own before you fuses with is it facts or is it the idea? What is a fact? I'll prove you wrong, Voracious. Comparison, there you go. I can't, lol. That's my reality, there you go. So if I said to you, it was round, it's because that's the idea I was raised up to think it was round. But you can see it for yourself. That makes it your reality. But if you believe it's not round, then that's what you understand. It's not round. But because I think it's round, doesn't make that I'm lying. I'm not lying. What does the rock say? Get motivated, stay motivated. To get motivated, stay motivated. You are the motivation. It's a travel me rock I made, but it never traveled. Nice. If I observe and not like a thing, then I chose the thing I like better. Yes, because you've made it a like. But what if it's just is? Hakuna Matata? I could say Hakuna Matata. It is trees. I did paint it. It's supposed to be a tree. Until after 1 year of years ahead. Oh, I missed something. They're telling me to go back. Did you write something? I missed something. Oh, but the facts are before refuses with the other, the, until after 1 year of years ahead. And it's beautiful because it just is. That's what the picture reminded me. Yeah. I did want to do the Lion King, but then I changed it. For some reason. I can't remember why. It's 3 years old, 4 years old. The painting's 4 years old. The rock is older. The rock is older. The painting is 4 years old. Because you know who you are. Right. So who you are is what? So let's go to who you are. Because I'm seeing everybody is writing, remember who you are. People are going live. And I also have it on mine. If you come in my live, it will say, remember you are. Right. Who is who you are? When I say remember who you are, what do you think I'm trying to tell you? The rock of ages, yes. But even age is a limitation because time does not exist. Can you imagine? We are so unlimited. We are fucking limitless. Because nothing is real until you make it real. Do you want me to tell who I am? Everything and nothing. Love that. The inner me. Right. Okay. So what makes your inner you you is the person who I am building to be. Building to be what? Voracious, that's your limitation. And I need you to go deeper. Being what? What is it that makes you being human not so good, that you have to be something? Ask yourself that question. Voracious, ask yourself that. I'm looking for a job. It's all looking for me. Where is the meeting point? Ask yourself. Pussy, ask yourself. What is your limitation? The what is showing? Translate. Oh, it's not showing. Shalenta Atman. Atman is that what it's showing for you? Weird, Frida. Building to be unlimited. I think to be who we are, we should go back to the original state of being. What is the original state of being? We are endless like the rock, even when our meat suit turns to dust. But does the meat suit turn to dust? Perhaps if I want to be a doctor, I will learn to be it. Right. That means you are identifying yourself as the doctor. Correct? But what does remember who you are? Lizard! The limitation is you and the limitless is also you. Okay. What if you didn't have to save anybody because everybody could heal their own bodies? Would you still be a doctor? Is it the now? Yes. What makes tomorrow tomorrow? The idea. What makes yesterday yesterday? The idea, the attachment that you have. Wasn't our original nothingness, original being nothingness? Was it? And what makes it matter, Pixie? No, I have an interest in it and I'll work for it. Okay. What if the world could heal themselves? Would you still be a doctor? Ferocious. Loving the question back at me. The dust will become something else. It's never ending. It's the idea that you give it, Carol. That's right. It's a good way of saying it in different labels. I love that. It's pretty cool how you guys are using those labels. I love it. Your understanding of it. I love it. Mirrors of me. I fucking love you guys. Love that. I want you to go. I'm doing this for a reason, Ferocious. I'm not trying to limit you from what you are. I'm trying to show you what we're doing to ourselves. And this is why we are suffering. Okay. I'm going to use you as an example, not to mock you, but to show you. Okay. If I want to be a doctor, what does a doctor do? And I'm telling you from experience because I was like this. If our original state wasn't nothingness, then it would be everything. What makes everything, Pixie? The need to know? Nothingness is no thing. It's the all. It's only my perception of it, Nasty said, Bussy. So what makes you think you don't have the job? It's like beating yourself up and blaming so. Good way to say it. And blaming someone else for the bruises, right? They're telling me to find the video, but I don't know where the video is. I'm waiting for Ferocious to explain, and then I'm going to show her something. I want to show you all something. If you see a black screen, I would say the all is love. Okay, what is all and what is love? And then I'm going to tell you something, Pixie. Because you're doing exactly what I've been doing for the last 8 years. Brain tickling, love the way Pixie said it. People are resources of making something to happen. No. Are you resources? Who said that you are here to feed anything, Ferocious? Who said that you are a resource? Who said that? Yourself or society? Right. So we'll go to Ferocious. I need you to go in with yourself. Ask yourself, what does resources mean? Ask yourself what is resources and then get to the core of it. Then I'll go to you. Pixie. Okay. I'm a human. I'm a human. This cookie needs Jesus. Hold on. Hold on. I can turn this around. There you go. Oh, I can't. Well, anyway, I tried. Make it blue. I'm a human, right? If I'm a human and I'm looking for something, what am I actually looking for? Start there, Pixie, because this is where I started. No, there are other things that you can't find without making it. What makes a something a something? I am a nurse. I would not want to be a doctor, but would want the money though, just not the thrill. What makes money money? Okay. If I'm a human and I'm looking for something, that something could be a home. But now I found the home. But now I'm looking for a partner. And now I found the partner. And now I'm looking for a child. And then I found the child. And now I'm looking for money. And now I found the money. Now I'm looking for to be something, to be a thing. Right? And then I'm looking for to be the thing, and then I've got that thing, and then I want to be a someone. And then I've become that someone, and then I'm looking for, 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 and 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 I'm looking for, I'm looking for, I'm looking for. Where's your calmness? What are you actually looking for? Where's your calmness? Where's the calmness? People make things to happen. How do you make them? If you're unlimited, Verosis, how do you make them? Right. What's a legacy? Every time you're looking for it, what you're looking for is an empty blanket. Because you created a void inside of you. You created an emptiness inside of you. Which is going to create what? A dis-ease. So the more you're looking for things, people, places, the more you're trying to fill that void. Sophie, welcome in. You're trying to fill the emptiness. So you're looking. Because you don't see in. You're looking because you don't see in. And because you don't see in, you're still looking. You'll keep looking, which then creates a thing. What if I'm not looking for anything? What then? I become nothing, which becomes meaningless. And because it's meaningless, I'm unlimited. If I want to build a house, I'll bid it if there are some things that you can't get without making them. That's your limitation. That's your limitation. You were brought up to think that way. Do you know that you can build a house without those things? So you don't know who you are. Whereas aiding the train, you were drawing, perpetual searching and chasing for no apparent reason. What is the reason? The emptiness. There you go. I can enjoy life. 62 members on the team. Thank you, Lizard. You became 62. Which becomes 8. Nice. Unlimited. Ferocious, I need you to understand. You are limiting because you were brought up that I need to go and get sand, cement, make bricks to build a house. But the power in you can build it without it. That's how they built the pyramids. But you won't know until you experience it. And the only way to experience is to detach from the looking. Because when you find it in you, you will find it. But because you're looking outside of you, you're never going to find it. Boosie. Boosie. What example? Because there is nothing that I can show you that will make you understand until you understand it in you. Because if I'm going to show you an example, what I'm doing is I am indoctrinating you to believe what I already know. And that's not fair on you. You can only understand from the understanding self. So my guidance to you, Voracious, is go find you. How do you find you? Go sit in the dark room. Go sit in that darkness until you see you. And you'll realize you're actually nothing. Yes, you can build a house without cement and others. That's why I said to you, you won't know until you do it. Because there's nothing I can prove to you that will make you prove anything. Because even if I show it to you, you still won't believe it. And you will kill me in a cross just to prove a point. I'd say we indoctrinated ourselves. We did. Yes, we did. Hence why I said what I said in the video. Hey, Timbise. Timsy. Hey, Timsy. It's all inside of you. And if you're looking for proof, that means you don't see and know who you are. This concept really helps me recognize the source of my anxiety when it arises. Yes, because it's you creating it. Search, search, search. Now, I'm getting your point bit by bit when you talk about it. Yeah. So if you're looking for proof, close your eyes and ask within to show within, and it will be shown. Guys, don't bow down to me. I'm not more than you. I went within myself to find myself, to know what I know now. And I had to experience it myself to know what I know. Do not bow down to me. If you're going to bow down to someone, bow down to your fucking selves. Because you created you. You created you. Please do not bow down to me. You are me talking to me, yes. The gift that we are. You are the gift. That's right. You gave yourself the gift. Sophine, thank you for that. Kahiso, when did you come in? I didn't see you come in, brother. Welcome in. Rami! Gosh, I missed a lot of you coming in. I was busy talking and I actually, see, I went. When I let go of the indoctrination, I will detach from falsehood. Yes. Because everything is not real until you identify as a reality. Because I fed my brain with a lot of you. You have become one of the voices in my head. Why the fuck did you put the voice in your head? When your voice, that means you don't like your own voice, Carol. That means you don't like your own voice. Dawn, rise and shine. If you're listening a lot of my voice, that means you don't like your own voice. So ask yourself, Carol, if you honor your own voice. Guys, your voice is your healer. Your own healer. Your voice is your own healer. So if you don't like your voice, that means, thank you, Marcia, no more looking or chasing. It's all, that's right, it's all you, Bussy. I hear yours. Okay, ask yourself, why did your ego put me above you? But I do recognize it as my own. Okay, yeah. But ask yourself why. And I think it's because you don't like your own voice. Intuition is underrated. It is. It's underrated. It is underrated. Bless your heart, lady. Thank you for being an inspiration and an unknown healer of hearts and minds. Thank you. I appreciate you. But I am neither or. I'm not a healer. I am all things and yet nothing. I don't identify myself as a thing. I appreciate your kind words though, but I'm not a limited thing. I am not more than anyone, because soon when we reach the ultimate, who's going to identify with what label then? I so appreciate your presence. I appreciate you too, love. Think of it. This is what I was trying to say to Ferocious. We're all trying to be something. I want to be a doctor to heal someone. I want to be a healer to find fault. Okay? Fault. That's a you, by the way. Right? And if I find fault, that means there's still ugliness. That means there will always... If you've reached the ultimate, every human being has reached the ultimate. What's going to happen to the coaches, the healers, the doctors, the nurses? What's going to happen to them? Because the only people you're trying to heal is your own selves. The only people you're trying to change is yourselves. It's the hierarchiness that you're doing to yourselves. She's more than me. He's less than me. It's the hierarchy identity yourself. Yes, you came as a whole. Therefore, what is a whole? You came as a whole. What is a whole? It's a whole. That's what you came as a whole. If I am whole, what is a whole? How do you spell the whole? Right? This is how you spell the whole, correct? Right? Let's say the W stands for world. And the whole means nothing. And the only time it's going to become something is when you put a fucking label on it. Which is your limitation. Fly away, says Bussy. What is fly? You know what everybody's saying? Okay? Tian, read the room, Tian. Before you judge someone, put your finger up your asshole and see if it flies. Okay? Read the room. Or fuck off. Okay, simple. Read the room or fuck off. Or better yet, lick your finger after you've put it up your ass and flick over to someone else's live. It's simple. Okay. It's really simple. Leave the fucking room. Fuck off. Fuck off. Okay. Right. It's the label that you give it. What happens if you label something? What happens if you label something? Catherine, trust you're doing well. What happens if you label something? Okay? Label is I'm giving it a lame, A, B, anything like it. I'm giving a lame, like it. It's like when people come into the room and judge me. You didn't even smell my fart. But you've judged me. Is it because of my hair? Oh wait, no, hold on. The person said it's the board. Because I've got a board? How limited are you, brother? You labeled me. You labeled me. But actually what the thing is, Tian, is you actually showing me that you don't trust anyone. And because you don't trust anyone, you are limited in your life and you stop seeing other people from being who they are. Right. If you let go of the labels, you become the whole, which is everything and anything, which is nothing. So if I'm nothing, Ava, trust you're doing well, love. If I'm nothing, does it mean I'm less? If I'm not a label, does it mean I'm less? If I'm nothing, does it mean I'm less? Is it the fact that the no that triggers the ego? The fact that the no in the nothing triggers the spiritual community, the Christianity, the saviors, the doctors, the millionaires, the billionaires, the street kids, the DJs. Is it the no that pisses you all off? The fact that you don't have to prove anything to anyone, and the only reason why you want proof is because you actually don't believe in your own self-creation, self-I. You don't believe in the creation that you are. You're afraid of your own power. Is that what you're afraid of? Your own power? Be honest with yourselves. The idea that you created in your mind. If you get rattled, ask yourself, wait, fact. I don't get rattled. I just say, fuck off. If you're going to judge me, fuck off. And you know what? Buddha, when he got angry, they said it was beautiful. And other people, they said, how can you be angry? You're supposed to be... So what you're telling me is that you cannot be a thing. You have to be something. What if I told you I can be who the fuck I want? I can say what the fuck I want to say. Still doesn't make me more than you. It just means I'm unlimited. It's the boundary you create of the idea that you think I am makes you think that I'm it, but I'm not. That is a boundary setting, not a trigger. Even a boundary is fault. Even a boundary is fault. Why are you putting boundaries? I just spoke my truth and I said, fuck off. If you don't like what you see, fuck off. I'm not going to change to make your ass feel better. Can we discuss? Of course we can discuss. We can. The moon, the stars. You don't see the sun tell the moon, listen, you dull. You don't see the moon tell the sun, you fucking hot. They avoid each other. I love that. I'm getting it. The sky is the limit. Even the sky has no limits. It's the limitation of thinking that the sky ends to the point of the sky, but there actually is no point of ending. See beyond the illusions of what you were taught to see the you. Ask it to be shown and it will be shown. Ask yourself to show yourself what, Ferocious? Guys, ask yourself to show yourself. That's my gift to you. Ask yourself to show yourself. And when you ask, you shall see. And when you ask, you shall receive. And when you ask, you shall become. And when you ask, therefore you are. So nothing is endless, yes. And the only time it becomes an end, Mickey, when does it become an end, Mickey? Ask yourselves, when does it become an end? Delissa, welcome in, my love. I trust to know you're doing well. Angel, when does it become an ending? This is a good one. Hold on. When does it become an ending? What is the definition between a boundary versus a trigger? The identity you give it. A trigger is an emotion that you've given it as a judgment, and a boundary is you saying, this is who I am, this is what I am, and if you don't like me, you can fuck off out of my reality, which you can create through your own mind. And you're not causing any harm with anyone. Because if they don't see you as you are, they want to change you, they are manipulating. And that's because they are in a. So you don't have a boundary. You don't have a boundary. You're speaking your truth. That's it. It's a truth. It's a truth. And if you are limiting, you're putting a boundary in and saying, if you don't treat me this way, that means they're going to treat you the way you treat yourself. And because they didn't follow your boundary, it's because you haven't followed your own boundary. Because you teach people how to treat you. It becomes an ending when you stop doing anything. There you go. When I look outside of me. It can only become an ending when you decided to make such the. There you go. Rise and shine, Margaret. I trust and know you well. Oh, Tian, just fuck off, really. You're such a limited, egoistic, narcissistic, limited child that is so angry with the world for the choices that Tian made. So you're trying to change everybody. What happens, Tian, if there's nobody to change, Tian? Tian, ask yourself, how drunk are you? How high are you that you are literally creating your own chaos? You know why your world's fucked, Tian? Because you're fucking it yourself. You're fucking it yourself. That's it. You are fucking it yourself. That's it. Because your father controlled your mother, you're trying to control every woman out there. Because your mother controlled your father, you're trying to control every man out there. When you are the one that's the ass. You're making the ass out of yourself, not me. So fuck off. I don't know why you're still looking for validation and attention. Find your fucking mirror. Look at your mirror and love it. Kiss it. Smooch it. Fuck it. Do whatever makes you happy. Let people be who they want to be. Okay? Let them be who they want to be. I am the man. I am the man. All right. Anybody else have any questions? Right? Don't I deserve that trophy? That's my ego. The Oscar. We're all Oscars looking for gold when we are the gold. We're all Oscars looking for gold when we are the gold itself. Did you all think about it? Chasing stars when you're the star in itself. But you don't want to see it because you're afraid of yourself. Oh gosh, Starlit says, I'm the first time here. Welcome in, my love. It's the cosmic joke. It's the cosmic joke. It's like the butterfly. The butterfly can't see its beauty. It doesn't need to see its beauty. It's only we that see its beauty. So we chase it and instead we want to kill it. It's mine. I want to catch a butterfly because it's beautiful. So let's limit it. Why can't we just let the butterfly be the butterfly and let it fly? What are your thoughts connecting with your spirit team? You are the spirit. You are the team. Nothing is outside of you, lizard. You are the angels. You are the aliens. You are the Anunnaki. You are the government. You are the trees. You are the blades of grass. You are the ants. Nothing is outside of you, lizard. And until you see that you created you, you'll never see it until you see it, until you ask. And the only time you're going to ask is when you actually sit with yourself, get to know yourself, and then it will be shown to you. What are your thoughts on marriage? Good question. I believe that marriage is a commitment. But if you're signing a contract, ask yourself, why do you need a piece of paper? Because it's man-made. So you want to own something, and a piece of paper is what man created that makes you think that you own it when you're not owning anyone at all. But I believe that if you have a companion, and that's what they are, is a companion. They are your companion, not someone you own, not someone you control, not someone you change. It means that they are a partner, and you can create either as a partnership, or because a partnership becomes a ship. And in that ship needs a captain, and both can be captains or one can be a captain, but it becomes a ship. And whatever the directorship is both directors. I'm grateful to join your life because I realized I learned a lot. You are it already. Don't take my truth as your own truth. Find yours. I give you seeds. Find yours. Because even your truth matters. Vera. I'm going to say Vera. Voracious. You hear me? I got triggered by the word girlfriend the other day. Had to deep self-reflect. Because you're a girl and a friend? Or is it because of the attachment identity? If someone says I'm a girlfriend, that just means you're my brother and I'm your sister. For me. What is a friend? Getting to know a piece of me. And what limits us is that you identify as a girl or the boy. The masculine and the feminine. Because of the attachment I placed. That's why I said detach. Oof. I hear you, Carol. I was once there. I hear you, love. I do. I hear you. I see you and I hear you. I was once there. Who else has any questions? Keep tapping. We're almost at 100K. And then at 9:30, I'm going to go. Winnie, welcome in, love. Anybody else have any questions? Mikey says, my heart is skipping a beat. Mikey, how so? I don't know, hubby. He doesn't know me, but he gets frustrated when they love the other. Is it judgment? Yes, they've created a judgment. Yeah, it's the way they were brought up. So ask them if they are comparing the relationship with their own familyship. In other words, the father and mothership. So their mother and fathership has created an identity of what a relationship should be. And it's not their own identity. It's not their idea. So you've got an idea of a relationship and he's got an idea of relationship, which is causing the clash. There's not a listen, hear, understanding. It's just this is right, this is wrong. So sit down with each other, talk with each other, and ask yourselves, what is your idea of a relationship? And they can tell you what their idea of a relationship is and become a one ship. Malcolmize the two. Don't separate. Malcolmize the two. You're yourself, they're the self, and you malcolmize and become one. You cannot be a thing, and they cannot be a thing if you're going in a relationship. Because if you're saying, I'm Arthur, and he's saying, I'm Martha, then Arthur is going to put a stamp, Martha's going to put a stamp, and it's not a one. Because there's still an off on both. One is Martha, one is Arthur. One's got an A and one's got an M. There's the difference between the two, but there's still a label. It's malcolmize the two, Bussy, malcolmize the two. When you talk to a person, you can hear that a person is limiting himself or not. Yes. Yeah. Because I was once that ferocious. Doesn't make me better than you, ferocious. Just because I'm not that anymore doesn't mean I'm better than you. I feel refreshed and ready to be a human being. Absolutely. KK, wow, that's huge. I appreciate the gifts, love. I got married for the wrong reasons. I had no idea who I was at the time. It wasn't a wrong reason. What made it wrong, Lizard? What made the marriage wrong? The idea that you gave it? Is divorcing a judgment? No, divorcing just means that I am now conforming to society of what breakup is. It's a society man-made thing. Divorce and marriage is a society made thing. You're either committed or you're not. So if you are committed, how committed are you? And if you're not, it just means you are both going into your own realities. Years ago, I knew I was going to move home, but I couldn't say where to or when. it was convenient. But was it convenient, or was it what you actually had to experience at the time? Because that's what you knew best at the time. Did you ever think of that, Lizard? I think we can only understand if they limit themselves or not due to your own experience. You could say that. Yes, Pixie. Yes, you can. True. However, it's not for us to judge their limitations or not. No, it's not a judgment. It's making them aware because they are not aware of themselves. It's not a judgment. Guys, a judgment is when you see it as good or bad. You got to remember, I was once it. Because I was it doesn't mean that I'm still not it. I'm all things and nothing. When you are, right, merely expressing and showing, right, it's showing. It doesn't mean you're limiting them. You're showing them. If they're ready to hear, they hear it. And if they don't hear it, they won't hear it, because they can only understand you from their own understanding. You'll only understand me from your own understanding, from your limitations and unlimitations. That's it. There is no right, there is no wrong. There is no right, there is no wrong. Then a day, a lady knocked my door and asked me would I like to swap homes because her mother was going blind. Yes, it's not a judgment. Surely they won't associate with it because they don't know their own reality. But who's us to say if they see their reality? You can show them, but it's not our job to show them. They have to see it themselves. How did you become Pixie? I became Marcia because I had to go through what I had to go through, right? I had to go through what I had to go through. And in going through what I had to go through, I realized it was my own judgment and my own ideas that gave me those limitations. And because I was in my ego, right? Because I was in my ego, I was saying, I'm more, I'm less, I'm this, I'm that, right? How did I get to see all parts of me? By going more into me. And the more I got into me, the more I realized everything, anything. And the more I was searching, and the more I was searching, and the more I was searching. I was never satisfied because I was constantly searching and I was constantly searching. And when I realized, doesn't matter how much I'm going to search, I'm still going to get nothing. When am I going to be happy? The fact that nothing is a thing already? Let's ask ourselves this. Do you believe in breakthrough? What's a breakthrough? Breakthrough in what? It's easy to break through something. You walk through it, you've broken through. Walking is breaking through. Breathing is breaking through. Meditation is breaking through. Prayer is breaking through. Breaking through what? Is it a new thing that society has created because they're so fucking bored? What's the new thing out there? Guys, enlighten me. What's the new norm now? Because you're never going to be happy being a human. You're still going to create something. What's the new norm now? What makes something normal? Go deep. Go deep. Actually, here I can relate to all that's been said. Find your truth, C. Sandy. Gabriel, welcome in. Thank you, Mani. Very grateful for you. Carol, ask yourself, why is it that you heard my voice and not your own? Is there something about your voice you're not happy with? The latest trend is finding yourself. You were never lost. Yes, you were never lost. So why are you finding yourself? If you were never lost, what are you finding? What's normal for me as spider is chaos to the fly. Spider is chaos to the fly. And what's chaos to the spider? The matrix always creates another high. What is the matrix if the matrix is not real? What is a matrix, guys? Always creates another high one unknowingly. Chase, don't you think? What is a matrix? Thank you for the roses, Gabriel. What is the matrix? It's the tricks that you give it. It's the idea of a material. A material idea. What is a material idea? It's an illusion. It's not real. That's Ramani, an illusion, a creation of the mind. Who's the mind? I deny myself just to fit in with others, not knowing I am already with all. But are you all or are you nothing? 100K, whoop, whoop. Let's see if we can get to another 50. Got 30 minutes left. If I'm nothing, and I attach myself to the idea, the master of the X, master of the existence. So if you are the who wrote that? That was fucking brilliant. Lizard Legends wrote master. Master of the what? Hold on. Okay. What makes a 3? Because if you take a 3 and you turn it the other way around, it means an X. What's an X? It's an existence, right? Existing, existence, existed. It's mind, body, and spirit, right? What's mind, body, and spirit? Is it separate or is it one? Go deep. Me. It's one. Therefore, it's nothing. Because even nothing is still one thing. I'm going to say this again. Even nothing is still one thing. So for the one who said matrix, the matrix is your material. The 3 is your song. So if you're saying 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, and 5D, what you're actually saying is the song. Please look at my question. I missed it. Repeat it again. So if the song is I'm a thing, that's your attachment to it, which makes it a 3, a 4, a 5. And the only time you're calling it a 3D is when you think you're hierarchy. But all it means is you're in a song. So if this song sounds ba, which makes it a 3, and this song is a 4, which makes it a ba, and this makes it a ah, and that makes it ah, that's the reality you're going to experience, a thing. So for all of you saying 3D, your body is 3. Body, mind, soul. Your body, mind, soul, 3. So if you're saying matrix is your limitation, congratulations, that's why you're not creating what you're wanting. Is it maybe an illusion we manifested? Yes. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Pixie. Nothing is still one thing. Yes. Nothing is still one thing. Go, a deer. Yes, that lizard. I didn't see your question earlier. Forgive me. I missed it. Right, so it's your symphony, it's your song. That's why they call it the universe, which is the one-I verse. So once you, one I song, you become the universe. And when you become the universe, you then experience that verse song you're choosing. It's like your voice, it's an interpretation of my truth in words presented with when I felt it. Yeah, but the thing that you're hearing my voice is an ego thing you've attached. So ask yourself, why my voice and not yours? Why Marcia's voice and not mine? Ask that question. Why is it in Marcia's voice and not my own? Thank you for the cone. Who was that? Lizard, thank you for the cone. Susie, thank you for the bloop bloop. The fact that you're hearing it in my voice means you still haven't made yourself one. There's like a little dink in there. Thank you for you. I appreciate you. Please heart the guys if not yet and join the team. Please heart. Please send heart me. What's the heart? Oh, the bloop bloop. I know it as a bloop bloop. Is there a thing posting here that you have to be a bloop bloop? Thank you for the bloop bloop. Yes, bloop. Mimi, thank you for the bloop bloop. Is TikTok doing a competition of the bloop bloops? I can't see a thing. All it says is I'm restricted. 222. Pretty. Thank you. Thank you for the hand heart. I'm very grateful. I think we hear the outside because we don't see the inside. Yes. Not think. Get out of your head and get into your heart. You don't see it? R1000, trust you're doing well. The bloop bloop and something to the team. Oh, wow, nice to know. The bloop bloop. I'm going through something. Will my sadness and grief manifest, or am I allowed to grieve? You're allowed to grieve, but don't attach to it. You're allowed to grieve, don't attach to it. Because when you grieve, your tears, the tears is your healer. Your voice is your healer. The no equals affirmation. When you in the knowing, you affirm in it. You affirming it. In other words, you identifying it becomes a thing. Country, why are they telling me? Okay, what happened that you're grieving? If I may ask, they're showing me something and it makes no sense to me. What happened that you are grieving? Because it might not be you, it could be someone else. Right. A separation. Why would you call that grieving? Because I feed my brain with your voice a lot. I hear my voice louder than ever. Okay. As long as you're hearing your voice louder, please, Carol. As soon as you hear my voice, question it. Question it. Just memory, okay. Do you think by standing outside, you're actually also standing within? Depends what you mean outside. R1000 was in the house and out the house so fast. Looked at the video because I didn't want him to leave. So in other words, you were trying to change him to make you feel better. Did you own him? Did you buy him? I want to ask you something. Country, did you buy him? Did you make him? Can we unpack the question? We could. Not today though, because that's going to be an hour conversation. Will you take a screenshot of your question and ask again tomorrow? Pixie, we can do that tomorrow. That would be a good one to, hey? We can unpack it, not today though. I wanted us to heal. Heal from what? No. The one, I heard you whisper, okay. I didn't, but the thought he bought me. Country, heal from what? Childhood trauma. In other words, you wanted him to change to fit your emptiness, and he wanted you to change to fit his emptiness, correct? Because they told me that you weren't happy with the relationship. You were complaining to everybody about him. He was complaining to everyone about you. You were miserable in the relationship. Yes or no? Yes or no? Pixie, I'm being dead serious. I really want to unpack that question. Can we do it tomorrow? Can you remember that fucking question? Excuse the language. I think it would be a fucking thing for us to all dive in. I won't meditate on it. We'll do it all together as a collective. For the past 5 years, I was miserable. What if I'm telling you you're lying? What if I'm telling you that you were miserable from the day you met him? Because on the day you met him, you compared him to other people's relationships. You compared him to other people. You compared him to your father. You compared him to your exes. So to say that you were miserable the 5 years, you're lying to yourself and you're lying to me. And now the relationship is broken. Are you sure? Because if you're miserable of something, that means I'm no longer happy. And if you're no longer happy, your unified self, your universe, your ego is going to say, okay, she doesn't want more of this. So let's take this away because she's not happy. She's 5 years miserable. So let's take this away and let's bring someone else. And this person's going to do the same thing so she can still learn. And you'll only keep being the thing that you are. So you need to be honest with yourself because you're not even honest with me. Be the watcher of the feelings. That way you move through you and watch to it and you won't attach to you. Nice one said. Nicely said. We had a good time, but I have outgrown the person I was. Yes, but doesn't mean you have to leave them though. I don't want anyone else. I want to heal. I am honest. There you go. So what you're telling me is I am owning him. He's going to be mine and he can't live his life the way he wants. So he has to be mine because I came in my mother's vagina. Through my mother's vagina, he came with me. And out my mother's vagina, he's coming with me. Ask yourself that. Who took my response away? Who took your response? What do you mean? Who took my response away? Oh, I'm on time. Greetings, everyone. Mameki, yes, you are on time. Okay, but you are. You are wanting him to be mine because read your words. I don't want anyone else. Read your words. You're lying to yourself and lying to me. Read your words, love. Read your words. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you want. So you need to ask and sit down with yourself and ask yourself, what is it that I want? Okay. He doesn't owe you anything. You owe him fuck all. 5 years of misery means you already said to yourself, I don't want this reality. I want something else. Now this is gone, right? If this didn't work for you then, it's not going to work for you now. Because if it didn't work for you for 5 years, what makes you think it's going to work for you another year? It won't. Okay? Because if you fucking were miserable then, you're going to be fucking miserable now. Things will only change when you change your idea of it. And if you're not changing the idea of it, you're going to keep repeating the same thing. So you should not leave what feels like a toxic relationship. That's not what I said, Glen Rose. My agreement with Manu. What did Manu say? I didn't read what Manu said. Why am I fucking missing comments? Ooh, my ego got affected there. So you need to ask yourself that if you were miserable and you didn't like what you have, why would you want it back? It's the ego. He's mine. He can't have anything better than me. Watcher of feelings. Ah, gotcha. Yeah. Yes. So what you're actually telling me is I'm not going to be happy, so he can't be happy. And that means you are a manipulator. Because you found fault with him when you were with him and you're finding fault with him living his life. And the only reason why you like that is because you're miserable yourself. Find you, see you, hear you, be beautiful, yourself you, attract what is aligned for you and let go what doesn't go. I know what it is to love, and this is not a loving companionship. Yes, loving doesn't mean accept. When you're trying to control. He found fault in me, so did you. You're lying. Because you said you were miserable. And if you were miserable, you were finding fault in him. He's not coming to my life and saying he was finding fault with you. You did. He didn't come to my life and said that he was miserable. You are. So to say he, there's 3 fingers pointing back. Every time you're telling me, he did this, he did this, he did this, what you're telling me, it's me, 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 me. I thought it, I spoke it, I felt it, therefore I created. Because you become and you experience what you are inside. So if you think he's shit, you're shit. If you think he's perfect, you're perfect. If you think he's the asshole, you're the asshole. What you think of him is what you are. So don't come tell me it's him, because it's not him, it's you. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So he presented to you who he was, right? And you thought he was perfect until you compared him to someone or something. Who did you compare him to? Your father? Your friend's boyfriend? Some Okefenokee, they're showing me some Okefenokee on TikTok. The thought idea of the Okefenokee being perfect, you compared him to your boyfriend? Make that make sense? Isn't that what we did? The box with the box, A, B, C, D, E. Do you see what's happening here, guys? Do you see what's happening? Some Okefenokee, yeah. Do you guys know what an Okefenokee is? You did compare him. Because if you didn't compare him, you wouldn't found fault. How do you know a rotten apple is a rotten apple? Is when you compare it to an apple. You compared him to someone, something. Because you cannot see fault in someone if you did not compare it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I only found fault in my mother when I compared it to other people's mothers, and that was at school. Well, then your ego's too big. You'll never be happy because you'll always find fault in other people and never take accountability and responsibility for your own shit. Good luck. I trust and know that you'll find your own light and stop blaming other people. All I'm saying is if you think he's the asshole, look in the mirror because the ass is you. Just say. Well, one can try to cut out the fruit parts, but eventually there's the apple left, right? Right, lizard, right. You can cut out the rotten stuff, but still there's the corners of the apple, right? Well, I fucking love you, lizard, right? You've got the apple, but in the apple there's the core of it. And this can be rotten. And you can cut out that rotten. But in the end, you still got that core in there. It's the core you. Normally, we attract what we are, the mirror effect. Who's the mirror? The idea that you create. You are creating it. Manifestation is not projecting outward, but drawing existence inward into an alignment. What is that? What is an alignment? The idea of normality of what society perceives because it's something of someone said and read. What is normality? What is an alignment? What makes you aligned? Use the 977. What makes you aligned? This doesn't look right. That's because my ego created an image in my coconut, which is sad. What makes an alignment an alignment? Go inwards. What makes an alignment an alignment? Username. Is it something that someone said to you that you have to be this to become a thing? What if you don't have to be in alignment and just being human is the alignment? It is a good question. That's why I went there. What's with the drama? What makes a star a star? What makes a star a star? I really do like what user said. What makes an alignment alignment? What makes a star a star? The definition we gave it, I want to say I could tell Tabang is not here after that drawing. My question isn't showing again. Oh, fuck, what did you ask? No, you said, please explain. You said, please explain 977. I am aligned, but when you project, you are trying to change someone else, right? Okay. But are they projecting or are they just showing you who they are? Guys, are they projecting or are they showing them who they are? Nice one, Mani. It was user 977. He doesn't have a name. It says username 977. They're showing you who they are, right? So if they're showing them who they are, what makes it a projection? Or reward questions or comments. The judgment you've given it. You're projecting onto me. I gave it a judgment. But they're showing you who they are. He was showing me who he is. He judged me. He showed me who he is. Go away. The perception of it. What is the perception? It's the judgment. Update time zones. We don't change time zones in South Africa. The phone, what phone? Oh, this phone. Even the phone wants to change time zones and there's no time to change zones. Just showing you who they are. We judge. There you go. The creator placed judgment. Who's the creator? Amazingly, who's the creator? Who's the creator? The creator is the no thing. Until I put a thing into it. So it's a no thing until you put the I thing, and when you put the I into it, becomes a thing, which is your ego, which is what you wanted to make it exist. You wanted it to exist, so you then attached to it, which you identified as it. Therefore, it became a thing. We are creators. Everybody is a creator. That's right. I can still walk away, but without negative emotions such as blame. Yes. I don't blame my ex. I'm very grateful for my ex. Yeah, I've got a line in the middle of the screen, Lizard, so I couldn't see it. Yeah. So you created your body, you created your mind, you created your eyes, you created your ears, you created your voice, you created your hands, you created your limbs, right? You created all of it. But because you're attached to, I want to know if I'm going to have a job, you're thinking that you don't create it. So therefore you're limiting yourself because you were brought up to think that you need to be this, to become this, to have this, when you are it already. Nothing's outside of you. Yes, absolutely. Get amazingly. Keep up, woman. Lol. I fucking love you. I fucking love your truth. That's what I love. Pure fucking honesty right there. That's what I love. I fucking love your honesty and I love your fucking truth. Love that. How do you view substance abuse? Attachments. It's the same as social media. It's a substance abuse. It's an attachment. Wave at Carol, says Julie. Julie's like, wave at Carol. Wave at Carol. Julie said hi, Carol. What about its coping mechanism is your victim. You've identified to the victim because you don't identify you. So you made it. I'm going to talk from my experience. I cannot talk for anybody. I was an alcoholic. Okay, I created a coping mechanism. I was miserable in the relationship that I created. Right, I created it. I wanted to blame. I was playing the victim. So much so that I became an alcoholic. When I say became an alcoholic, I became one. In other words, I learned how to make my own alcohol to feed that addiction because I was empty inside. I felt empty. When I ran away from the toxic relationship, I realized that what I was actually missing is me. And that person was merely reflecting back to me who I was and how I treated myself. So as I made myself that addiction, I undid that. I didn't go to AA. I didn't go to a doctor. I did it myself. I chose. I made a choice. You choose. You either choose to be it or you choose not to. How do you make that choice? By observing yourself. Observe yourself. Because if you observe yourself and you realize you're doing it, you are creating it. So you get to the core envelope. You identified it. Hi, Julie says, hi. So we attach ourselves to things because we are forcing things because we keep looking for things. And when we stop looking and we find in, then you know, be present with yourself. Absolutely. I created lupus from depression, from making myself a victim through judgment. Yes, but you don't have that now. You got a different time zone. Yay! So you have to choose to change your personality. You can choose it. Yes. It's a choice. You either choose to play the victim or you choose not to. You either choose to experience or you choose not to. You either choose to do something or you choose not to. We are what we accept, eternal and external. Yes. Everything inside is outside. Everything outside is inside. It's your perception, judgment, I gives it the thing, which then becomes a reality. Nice, Pussy. Look at you shining now, becoming the star that you are. So we still need a person here, but we can choose what we will be. What makes you think you need something? The void that you have inside of you, Tatiana? Ask yourself. Now I'm choosing to be present with chocolate. Oh, bless your heart. Oh, I've got chocolate in the fridge. I had to bribe my neighbor's kid to drink medicine. She wasn't doing well. And then I had to apologize for bribing her. It was so fucking funny. It was so fucking funny. I was doing lockdown and I learned to do my own alcohol. Oh gosh, I've gone with lockdown. All gone with lockdown. Actually, no. I was brewing alcohol before lockdown. No lies. It was before then. Now I blend. Yes. I choose to give up habits. Glad I did. Nope, not allowed it. Don't do it. Ha 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 ha. From the previous words made a conclusion. If we can change our personality, we will till needed there. Right, but what is a need? What is a need? What makes a cup empty, Tatiana? Let's go there. Need, they say, should be replaced with want, but don't know if I agree with that. Ask yourself why. How do you fulfill emptiness and loneliness? How do you fill a cup with water? Star, how do you fill a cup with water? Read the questions you guys are asking. You contradict yourselves a lot. What is a need? What is a want? Want is I want to experience with no attachments. Need is I'm attached to it. And I have to have that experience or I will suffer. What if I don't need it? What if I don't want it? What if I just am? I am, so I be, and I am changing nothing. It took a long time to get here. Time is an illusion. I choose to be one, so it eliminated all. Right. But what if you are all? Then what? The word to say about using for operating it here where we are. How? How? I ended up in hospital in 22. My cup wasn't empty. It was just full of shit. Thanks for your honesty. So was mine. I didn't end up in hospital, but mine was full of shit. So there is no personality if we don't believe it. Exactly. It's not real until you attach yourself to it. It felt like it took years. No, it doesn't. Great day. Pussy, keep shining. Adios, Creda. Adios. Listen, Lindas. We got to 120K. I'm also going to say goodbye. I'm going to try and find that video so I can play it tomorrow. And it's got to do with the limitations. I am which is in harmony and love, so I need no elimination. Exactly. So what if you accept everything as is without trying to define it? Without searching a definition of what it means? Are you getting where I'm getting, Pixie? If you were an alcoholic and chose to change it, have you switched it to another? No. No. Absolutely no. Because if you are switching it to another, that means you've attached to it, and therefore you're going to keep doing what you're doing. Glad I caught you. I'm glad I was here. Even though I was told earlier to fuck off. Off my life. Because apparently they didn't like my preaching. It's a problem to be nothing, according to some. Because we have to be the savior. How argue as much? What is the choice? The choice is I didn't want to drink because I was miserable. Therefore, I stopped drinking. Why would I want to kill a body that I'm creating, knowing that the alcohol is creating the disease inside the body? Because of the thought idea into it, Tatiana. You lift my spirits. I fucking love you. You make a lot of things make sense. Ooh, that's a problem. I always say make it make sense. It's an old saying I have. And when I say, oh, my hat, which hat do you choose? Yes, it's a mask. We all came here to brush our teeth, didn't we? Fact! Mind you, it wasn't only you brushing your teeth, it was me brushing it too. I hope you gave them the light finger. I did. I said, block me. My all is also my nothing, Marcia. So I have everything. There you go. So why is it that you have to define it as a thing? Ask yourself, Pixie. What makes something inside? What makes something outside? That's the conversation we're going to have tomorrow. I changed my habits and that changed my personal reality. Love that. Habits. Ooh, love the label, Carol. Love the fucking label. Thank you for the follow, Riechi. I don't have to define it, which is a holy moment. Yes, Pixie! Bridget, thank you for the follow, love. I'm very grateful. Guys, I'm going to say goodbye. I want to say first and foremost, thank you. Same time, 5:30, South African time, guys, South African time. 5:30 till 9:30, same time. Okay. We are going to go into a deep conversation tomorrow because I really like Pixie. If Pixie remembers, I'll remember. Okay, I want to say thank you for spending your precious, valuable time here. Thank you for the bloop bloops. Thank you for the gifts. Andy, thank you so much. Right. I want to say thank you for tapping that screen to 123 blah blah fish cakes. I want to say thank you for asking the questions. Thank you for hearing me, but I want to stop right there. Okay. Thank you for hearing me with your heart. Take what I said as a pinch of salt. Go in yourself. Take a fishing rod and go in yourself. Find your truth. Find your truth, because once you find your truth, no one has control over you but you. H. Many, thank you for the follow. V! You're welcome, Tatiana. This was an excellent, it was fucking nice. Please find your truth. Angel Wings, I love you and I appreciate you. I took the screenshot, cool. The Light American, I appreciate you so much, Julie. Mwah, Frida. I love and appreciate you, Marcia. My voice is now going back on recording. I repeat, yes! Yes, Carol, please, it's important that you do that, love. Guys, love your voices. Venus! Oh my gosh, Venus! Trust you're doing well, my love, and I'm on my way out. Like I hear you, yep. Hear me as I hear myself. But can I tell you something? Hear yourself as you hear yourself. Read your words. Watch your words. When you start to recognize that actually no one is here to save anyone and you're actually here to just exist, being a human is the ultimate. Because when you believe and know that you are the ultimate, therefore you are, there is nothing to find because you are it already. For there is nothing outside of you that can make you but you. No one has control over you but you. Nothing exists until you've defined it so. Find your truth so that no one can manipulate you. Find your truth so that you can illuminate the sky in its own unique way. Become the beautiful you. I've said, Kagiso, Rateng. I've said, I don't know how many times Dumelang in English. And when I chip still, nothing. Just, you come in, you fuck off. You come in, you fuck off. And now you say Dumalang when I'm saying, Chabotzi. Make that make sense, Kagiso? You're saying Dumelang while I'm saying Chabotzi? The drama is real. Only because I'm identifying it. Are we fighting? Yes, we're fighting. We're fighting. You know what fighting means? Find the thing. Who's the thing? Ask a queen. It takes one to see one. Say your piece. I already did and you still didn't hear it. That's sad in itself. It's dramatic, I tell you. It's dramatic. No punch-ups in here. All right, I'm going to go. Bye. Love you. I don't have to. I want to. I want to go. So I'm going to say with all my heart, I love you. I honor the light in you as I honor the light in me. Now, fuck off. I love you. I love the way you want to and not how people want you. Mwah! Go be the unique you are.